certain grips have certain ways we can maneuver this mallet. You can obviously make it any way you like. Make sure the mechanics are okay and you're not hurting yourself. I have a motto: look good, sound good. So those are the process I go through. However, it feels good too in my hands. So I usually do the normal way, holding it either the first knuckle. Sometimes we can grip from back here in the 3, and then just kind of have this motion to it. You can obviously between your thumb and your second finger, you can kind of have that fulcrum there too. So you can really maneuver around however feels good in your hand. Sometimes I like to go in between the first 2 fingers and my thumb. Just kind of have this motion to it, but whatever feels good, you can obviously mess around with it. But I suggest just kind of sticking to certain ones so you don't keep changing it as you're playing. That's the one thing you don't want to do. It's also about consistency and a good sound. So whatever feels good and a good sound, wherever you feel like you're in control, that's the most important part as well, being in control of your stick. The idea is that the stick mallet is the extension of your hand. So whatever you do, just want to make sure you're going with that. All right, so mallet grip, talking about balance, the fulcrum, finding the nice sweet spot. You're playing match grip on the mallets. Kind of a slight turn in your hands. It all depends on how you want to play it. You can do German grip if you like, French grip if you prefer, but I like to go in between, kind of like an American style. Just kind of keep that balance going for me. So let's talk about 4 mallet grip. Okay, let's talk about 4 mallet grip. So the first grip I'm going to show you is called the Burton grip. The Burton grip, in both hands, you take the outside mallet and you place it between the first 2 fingers. And then you take the other mallet, you put it underneath, like so, and then it comes around like that. The idea is for the right hand, it's the second finger to be placed on the outside mallet. We call it the outside because it's on the outside. Reasons why: you can kick it out like that, kind of a pendulum, balancing between the pinky and the first, and the thumb kind of kicks out of the way a little bit and comes back here. The left hand of the Burton grip, the first 2 fingers, the other mallet goes on top, wrap around as such. The idea is to keep the thumb and the first finger intact with the inside mallet, because obviously they're inside. The ring finger is on top now. It's important to keep that there. So there's a little difference you guys see on that. And so that's the Burton grip. You can use this on vibraphone. You can actually use this on marimba as well. So, and xylophone. Have fun with this one. So the Stevens grip, Lee Howard Stevens, it's a different grip, but I'm going to warn you, this is a little challenging because it might damage your hand if you don't do it properly and you don't take breaks in between. So just fair warning to you. So my suggestion is actually exercising these core muscles here, strengthening up your pinky and so forth by just scratching your palm. You can do this for a couple minutes to really strengthen those muscles before you really get into this grip. Okay, Stevens grip. So we're going to take our outside 2 fingers, we're going to wrap it around, and it's literally just those 2 fingers, and that's where the control is. And then we're going to take the next mallet and then place it in the middle of the palm, and then it's the middle finger that curls and balances, and then all of a sudden it's a little duck on the face. You see the duck? And that is the idea. Now, for the maneuver of it, all you're doing is rolling the mallet. Kind of using this method here, back and forth with the wrist, and then rolling it out. If you want more of it extended for more octaves, or at least more than an octave, this actually kicks out. That's the traditional way. And then it kicks back into the palm. So there you go. And that happens with both hands. So the left hand does the exact same thing. And voila, Stephen's grip. So here are my suggestions on the grips. If you want to be really good at these, I suggest just walking around with the mallets and just maneuvering, just kind of getting the feel of kicking them out, in and out of your hands. You can even do the other grip as well, just kind of fit it in your hand, maneuver around as well. But the idea is just to practice keeping the sticks in your hand, maneuvering it around so you feel good about it. I like to do this little exercise of just switching, rotating the mallets around so I can have a good grip on it. I dropped it. So we're going to do a really cool exercise with just 4 mallets. So this is get your wrists to move, but also trying to contain each mallet so that it sounds the same and everything's consistent throughout. You're thinking about rotating, so we're keeping this focused and not trying to go crazy, but just kind of keep it rotating. And the same thing on this outer, you're not trying to go too deep here. Just kind of rotate, kind of focusing on rotating the mallets. What you can do is start on like fifth, perfect fifth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfect fifth. And we call these permutations. So we have numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, you can number it the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're just keeping patterns and just kind of rotating with these patterns. And permutations is just shifting these numbers around. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4, 3, 2, 1, or 2, 3, 1, 4, or however you want to do it. But you're just keeping the same. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Just kind of focusing on rotating and coming back up. And you can move up. And making sure everything sounds the same. And you can do the exercise going up the scale and going back down and noticing where you are on the mallet itself, because the higher you go, the thinner the bars, the lower you go, the kind of the larger the bars, or even it produces more of a sound. So your mallet might have to make more of an emphasis on certain notes to kind of bring them out. So it's a very fun exercise. And like I said, you can change the numbers if you wanted to. 2, 3, 4, 1. You can change other numbers.